All right, what's going on, y'all? It's Mike, Pro House Seller, man. Welcome back to the channel. You already know, man, business is always booming, man. Business is booming, always. So today's video, I want to kind of bounce off of my one of my previous videos of the truth of being a real estate agent. So if you haven't seen that, I'm gonna put it here or here. I'm gonna put it up here, so go watch that after this. But in that video, I just kind of talked about some misconceptions and things like that most people don't know when they're getting themselves into the real estate business. And in that video, I kind of briefly touched over the fact that your broker and NAR is not really incentivized to tell you the whole truth. You know what I mean? And this video is kind of gonna branch off into that. I get a whole bunch of people asking me, whether they're a brand new agent or they're genuinely considering, and they always ask me, Mike, what can I expect? So one of the big things is, you already know, the failure rate is super high. Every real estate video you watch, you already know this already. I'm gonna talk about it all the time. But with the conflict of interest, your broker, when you get into the business, your broker is not gonna fully tell you exactly what you're getting into, because the way how you make money as a real estate agent isn't quite the same as how your broker makes money. And that's not quite how the same as how NAR makes money, the National Association of Realtors. So all three entities make money kind of in different ways. If you're a realtor, you're coming in, you don't make money until you close on a property. So it doesn't matter if you were under contract for let's say you got it under contract and the contract's supposed to close in 40 days at 12 o'clock noon. It doesn't matter if you get to day 40 and it's 11:30. If something happened and the deal gets pushed back or falls through altogether, you just did all that work for nothing. You just did all that work for nothing. So that's a big reason why the failure rate is so high, because it's straight sales, outbound sales. Your broker, on the other hand, they make money two ways. There's two typical business models of a brokerage that you're gonna see at 90+% of brokerages maybe. So usually how brokers make money is off of commission splits. So let's say you sell a property, and a basic $200,000 property. You sell a basic $200,000 property, your typical commission is 6%. 3% goes to the buyer broker, 3% goes to the listing broker. And so out of that 3%, you got a 200K, you got 6% of that, that's a 12K commission check. Cut that in half, 3%, now you got 6K. So 6K goes to you, you don't get all that 6K. The broker will get a split of that. So the broker, maybe depending on the broker, maybe they'll take half, maybe they'll take 40%, maybe they'll take 30%. But that's how they go. So from that, out of that 6K, maybe you're walking away with 4K, 4,500, something like that. And that's before taxes. So you got to cut off another 20, 30% and send it to Uncle Sam after that. So there's a whole bunch of people that are getting into your commission checks before you. So that's the one thing. That's how brokers make money. And the other way brokers make money typically is they charge a desk fee every month, a typical broker admin fee, because when you're at a brokerage, they're providing you with guidance. They should be providing you with training. They should be providing you with all those things, signs, all those things. So you're paying them a desk fee and printers, office equipment, all that stuff. So that's what you're paying for every single month. So those are the two ways that brokers make money off of the agent. So if the broker gives you the truth and tells you that, you're probably going to run away. They're going to scare more people off, and now that's going to shorten the broker's profit margin. So again, this isn't evil. It's not bad or good, but it's just conflict of interest. Everybody's acting in their own self-interest. So that's the broker side. Similar with NAR. NAR gets their money based off board dues. Every year, you got to send a check to NAR, the National Association of Realtors. You got to send them a check every beginning of the year or whenever you get on board and pay for your dues for the entire year. National and state and local. So you're paying for everything, MLS and all that stuff. So when you pay for all of that, again, same thing with NAR. If they tell you the truth that there's a 90% chance you're going to fail, again, they're going to scare you off and their bottom line gets crunched down. So again, NAR is not in the position to tell you what you're going to go through, because it doesn't matter to your broker per se, and it doesn't matter to NAR at all if you sell houses, because they're trying to collect their change. It matters to you, but not quite to them. Now, some people might say, but Mike, why don't brokers train people? Why don't brokers, help people? If the broker makes money off the agent, shouldn't they train? And yes, that's a great question. But the issue is most brokerages, they don't specialize in that. I mean, if that were the case, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. If that were the case, 90% of agents wouldn't be failing. So there's all real estate coaching is a $1 billion+ business. So there's all these gurus making money, Zillow's making money, you know, Realtor.com, they're all making money. They're not brokerages and all that, but they're making all this money. So clearly, training is not active in a lot of real estate brokerages. I'm blessed that I got training in my brokerage, but a lot of people can't say that, unfortunately. So, and plus, that's one. Two, I mean, you got to look at it from your broker's perspective. If your broker is playing the numbers and they bring you in, there's a 90% chance that you're going to fail. And this is within 1 to 2 years, let alone 5. This is 1 to 2 years, percentages say you're going to fail. So your broker putting all that time and effort into you when there's the numbers are already against you, most brokerages are just not going to do that. I mean, they're just not going to put that much time, energy, and effort into somebody that's most likely going to fail. I mean, think about it. Would you do that? I mean, would you put all your time, money, and energy into somebody that's just going to be gone? Like, think about it. If you're a trainer right now, think about workout trainers. Do you think they're going to put their time and energy into somebody that doesn't even want to come and work out? A tutor. Somebody asked so-and-so for help. And they say, okay, we're going to meet here at X o'clock every single time. We got to do this. Do you think that the person is going to continue to train that other person if they never show up? Do you think they're ever going to sit there and help them tutor if they never show up to class? It's the same thing. So if the real estate broker is already looking at the high percentage that you don't make calls often, because let's be real, a lot of agents don't make calls. They don't prospect. They don't follow up. They don't do any of that. So if the likelihood of you not doing any of that, you're not going to go outbound and talk to anybody, the broker's just going to put most of their eggs into just getting you through the door and collecting the desk fees every month. Yeah, maybe one commission check will maybe be like 6 or 7 or 8 desk fees, but they'll rather play it safe and play conservative and collect the desk fees from you from 2 to 5 years until you quit, and then they'll just recruit in new suckers. And they just continue the cycle. So that's how a lot of brokerages stay in businesses, to be honest. Because again, like I said, the average agent only sells 4 to 5 houses a year. And a lot of offices, they have 30, 40, 50 plus agents. So maybe of those agents are selling 5 to 6. And even then, those agents, that's just the average. If you really want to look at it, it's like the people at the top who are selling all the houses, and it just makes the bottom people look better. So the people at the top are the reason why the average keeps rising, not because of the people at the bottom. So that's what it is. So you have to take the initiative to make sure of all the way how you want to run your business and how you can optimize it as fast as possible. You can't, like, again, if you go into your brokerage and you have a brokerage that has people specialize in that, that's great. You're already ahead of the curve. But just the numbers don't lie, man. Most brokerages, they're not that well equipped at training. They're just not. A lot of them are not. So when you're getting into the business, just know your broker is not going to tell you all the truth. Even the good ones that are good at training, or most of them, at least, they won't tell you. They're not going to tell you how hard it's going to be and what you're really going to go through, the gauntlet you're going to jump through and all that, because they want to collect their desk fees. It's not that they don't want to see you succeed. They probably do, for you and them, obviously, but the desk fees are more of a guarantee, because the super duper top producers come in few and far in between. Yeah, if you find one, they're going to keep them. They're going to make sure that they're doing good and all that, but they'll just play the percentages. They'll play the percentages, recruit a new wave every 2 to 5 years, a brand new wave every 2 to 5 years, and just keep playing it like that, versus putting all their time into and energy into someone that's 90%, there's a 90% chance that they're not even going to be around for the next 2 years. So that's just the truth, man. That's just the truth. And you're going to find very few people that are going to spit it just like that, cut and dry. The likelihood of you is high that you're going to fail. So you got to pull your big boy pants up and be ready to go when you step in the gauntlet. But appreciate y'all anyways, man. About to head back home, but out here for another walk. So I'm see you on the next video.